what's up guys? So we have entered the judgment-free zone. No, just kidding. But seriously, I was going to give you a look at the project that I've been working on for Mom and kind of show you where we stand. We're actually getting pretty close now. I had hoped that we'd be finished, or at least a lot closer than we are, but we've had some things hold us up. I thought I'd be working on sheetrock like a month ago, but then I couldn't get the attic insulation in time to be able to start that, and it was just too tight in the attic space and too hot to try to do that once the ceiling was up. So the ceiling, since that's the first part of the sheetrock to be done, we've been kind of at a standstill. But yesterday I had spray foam done in the attic, and so beginning in the next day or two, I'm going to start with sheetrock, try to get that knocked out. Shouldn't take too bad long. I've got a lift, but let me show you the outside here. We're still not finished with the siding. I kind of moved away from that, started working inside, and I'll show you what we got done. All right, so for one, we do have the power installed now. Got all this taken care of. Still got the spot on my hand from driving that rod. Man, the ground was so hard. But we got the power hooked up. Got to do a little bit of work there on the soffit where the mast goes through the roof. Again, this is the outside. Y'all seen that. Oh, I meant to show you also down here, if you didn't see, this is where the HVAC is going to set. So we are using a mini split, but the new mini splits, or this particular one we're getting, is actually a unit where it has an air handler inside. So it's a lot like a traditional heat pump, but it is still the mini split, so it's going to be very cost efficient. It's made by Mitsubishi. It costs a little more than the standard heat pump and a little bit more than the mini splits you hang on the wall, but you know. Let me show you this grass, guys. I don't know what y'all's is like right now, but my goodness. Look at this. I cut the grass one time when we got back from Tennessee. This is terrible. All that stuff you see in the grass, by the way, is from the spray foam. But I mean, it is dead. Like the ground, it's not just the grass dead, but it's like it's starting to just turn into dirt. It's so bad. Anyway, that's just kind of the way it is. I'll show you this right quick. We did get the water and the sewer connected. So we had the lines run here a while back. I had started on it, did did most of the inside work. I had not done the work under the house yet. I have a former student, and now he's married to a cousin of mine who had just got his license as a plumber, and him and a friend of his. So his friend's a master plumber, a few years older. He's now a journeyman, and they've started out on their own company. So I had them to do this for me. So here's where everything exits. That's the septic and the water line going in. We'll come around here. I'll show you a little bit. So there you go. You kind of get a look. They did really good work. Very happy with it. Really proud of them. A couple of young guys trying to make their own way. It's pretty awesome to be that age. I mean, they're just in their 20s and already in business for themselves. So there you can see where it goes out. This part of the septic tank still uncovered. I've got the dirt to cover that with up here. This is the route to the water meter here. And so had a little work done while the guy was here with the machine to dig the trenches. I had a hole here that he filled in, and then I had some water issues here on the side of the building, and so I had him drag that down and grade it. And then I've got some dirt there that I'm going to move around to the other side from that pile and place that in the spot where the septic was. So anyway, got some work to do, but not too bad. All right, let's go check out the inside. So I had the spray foam done yesterday, like I said. I've had the wiring pretty much finished. Still got to run that stove wire. I've been to town 2 or 3 times, but if you ever shop at the big home stores, then you know that it can be a challenge to get someone there to help you. So I've spent quite a bit of time on a couple of trips trying to wait on someone to come and cut wire for me. Let's let it adjust a little bit. The light in here is not quite as good. There we go. And so let me show you around a little bit. All right, so right here we have the main door where I just came in. Couple of windows. You can see where the wall comes through. Pile of sheetrock there. Got a lot of mess from the spray foam they got to clean up still. They got a good bit of it, but there's still more to do on that. But as you can see, most of the installation is done, like 90% of it. Got a little bit here to do in the corner, a little bit right here, and that's it. But yeah, you kind of see where we're at here. There's the wires. Haven't wired in the breakers yet, but that's all my leads. And they are all labeled, so we know what they go to. And everything's in good shape. You got to get the unit set. Hopefully they'll be out this week to do that. There's the indoor part. Like I was telling you, it's a lot like a regular heat pump, because it uses an air handler. And then up there you see not only the spray foam, but also the ductwork. So guys, I'm excited. This part right here is going to be an eBay space for me while I'm moving out of the house. I'll probably use this for climate controlled storage, even after I move some of my operations into my metal building, because I won't be able to pay to have it heated and cooled immediately. So I'm probably going to wall off a part of that. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. So I plan to eventually, in the metal building, to close in a section of it that will be primarily used for eBay, and it will be, of course, walled in and heated and cooled. But until then, that section here on the side is going to be for eBay, and it may eventually turn into a bedroom and bathroom for like an extra bedroom in this space if it's used for something else down the road besides for mom. So this is going to be where the kitchen area, so this is the back door. You turn around, okay, so front, back, in the corner will be the washer and dryer. Then the sink will be, kitchen sink will be right there underneath that window. So cabinets coming around, stove and refrigerator right here. So the front part will be the living area, a little table setting maybe here, and then kitchen. All right, so the bathroom is going to have two entry points. There's one here, and then of course going into the bedroom right here will be the second entry point. That'll be the shower right here, toilet under the window, bathroom sink here. All right, let's go through. So this will be the main doorway to the bedroom right here, coming off the main room of the little house. Bedroom's pretty good size. Tried to make it plenty spacious for. This is like 16 by, can't remember now. I think it's about 16 by 16. And then in here, this is our closet, and there's the water heater. So I will close that in as well, close in around that. Where it can be easily moved, but at the same time, don't want to have to fight that. Now I mentioned the insulation that I've got to do. I've also got these couple of walls here in the bathroom. I had a bunch of stuff slid up against those walls. Everything kind of, well, you can see some of it on the floor there, tools and materials. But they had to move it to do the spray foam. So I'll get in there and take care of that the next day or so. Probably about an hour of work to do that. And Lord knows I got plenty of insulation left. And like I said, I'll probably go in between here and put insulation to kind of dampen the sound. Because, the last thing you want is to be in the bathroom, and people be hearing you in the rest of the house, especially, since the bathroom also borders the main living area, and where we will be, if there's company here and staying in it, or if we're over here with mom, you know what I mean? Just if you're eating, want to keep the noise down. So anyway, so that's it. I just thought I'd give you a look. Here's the rest of the spray foam, by the way, and the ductwork going through the main part of the house. Like I said, I got just a very little bit left to do. I had run that wire over here for this light. I got to pull it in and cut it off. But other than that, we're good to go. Excited, guys. It's getting really close. So stick around for just a few more minutes. I'm going to show you a few items that sold, a couple of what solds. And yeah, hopefully you see something there that'll help you out. I did have a couple of cool sales, and maybe there'll be something there that you don't know about that you can look for. So hang around for that. It's not very long, probably 5 to 6 minutes long. It's not long at all. And that's going to wrap up the video. So again, today was just about showing you what's going on here, and kind of what we've done, where we stand on the building project. And hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we're going to have a lot of progress. I'll do another video once I get the sheetrock hung and mostly finished. And I may video a couple of stages of that. I'm just showing that so I can piece that together. I thought I was going to do like 6 or 8 videos on this project, and then I've just been busy. Got mom all the time now, and she's needing a lot more help and attention than what she was, and that's making, things like this a little more difficult to do. But nevertheless, getting to it just takes a little time. All right, so let's get on to the next part of the video. All right, so nearly 10 minutes in, and I forgot to even tell who I was. So for those of you that may be new to the channel, I am Josh. It's Bama and Jaybird Resell. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well, so you'll know when I'm putting out new content. Hit the thumbs up. Watch till the end if you don't mind. I'm trying real hard to get my hours, so I'd appreciate all the help I can get. I'm really close to getting monetized. Just need my hours to finish catching up. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the rest of it. Let's go ahead and hit that what sold. All right, so I wanted to real quickly go over a few of the items that I have shipping out today. I've actually had 14 sales for $510.52, and I'm not going to go through every one of them individually. I did have several music sales. All these were under 20 bucks, but I'll show you some of these. Have the Turtles Greatest Hits. This is called Save the Turtles. Also have a sealed copy of Neil Young. This is the Greatest Hits Neil Young. Then I have a sealed copy of the Dave Clark 5, the hits. All these going out. That was a big disc. This is 28 tracks. And then a copy of the Raspberries, Live on Sunset Strip. That was a pretty decent sale. I think about 12 or 14 bucks before shipping. And these are all buyer pay shipping. So I also have Poco Gold. That one sold, I think, for about $12 or more. And then this one is a set of 3 Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And this sold for somewhere around 20 bucks. But those were pretty decent. Nothing, nothing spectacular in those sets, but I'm still selling a ton of music. And again, as always with those, like 30 cents a disc is all I have in those. So you can't complain. You add all that up, guys, and that's like, what, like $65? $65, and that was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So $2.40 into $65. I mean, I think it's worth it. On my end, it's worth it, even though some of them are lower dollar sales. Also have some vintage stuff, guys, I thought was kind of cool. I've got this vintage Lee heavyweight. It's like a sweatshirt, but it's got the Henley top on it, the Henley buttons. So that sold for like 20 bucks. Vintage stuff still sells good. That's just a blank. It's just a solid color maroon. Nothing fancy about it. No stitching, no screen prints. Again, just a blank Lee sweatshirt. So vintage made in USA stuff, just for whatever reason, tends to sell as long as you get it cheap and you can price it right. A couple of other things that I thought were cool. I picked up a bunch of these Ariat FR work pants here a while back at one of my local thrift stores. I think I got like 8 pair of these, and they were $1.99 each. If you know anything about these, they're pretty expensive new. I sold 4 pair of these, and 2 different buyers bought 2 a piece. And so I'm somewhere in the neighborhood on these before shipping of $115. I think I'm into them for 8 bucks. I should do really good on those, though. I'm thinking I'm going to make a profit on those at least 110 bucks. So that was a really good flip. Again, 4 pair times $2 a pair, 8 bucks into, I think, at least $110 of profit, a true profit on those. And then I also had a couple of other neat sales. I mentioned vintage items. This is Arthur Court. Not everything Arthur Court is great. These are napkin rings. They are the grape, the cast aluminum. They're pretty heavy, but these are pretty cool. If you get this stuff cheap and it's the right items, they can sell really well. I've had these for a while. I've had these for a few months, and I had them priced up because smaller sets had good prices on them. So since I had 15 napkin rings, I thought, I'm going to shoot for a little bit more money. But in the end, I took an offer of $54 on these and put those out the door. So $54 plus shipping brought the total to like 77 bucks. So I should make at least 50 to 55 on those. And I had like $1 in them. So I mean, I really killed on that. But that again, Arthur Court, a good name to watch out for. Cast aluminum, especially the heavier pieces. Excuse me, and vintage pieces. Watch for things that are no longer being made, but be careful. Don't let it be one of those things you pick up no matter what. Another item that I thought was really neat. This is a heater for like a camper or an RV. It's just a little plug-in heater, but it is a pretty powerful one. This is a Braun Newton 6201, 61-A. But anyway, this is a really good item to watch out for if you can get it cheap. I actually picked this up at the local Goodwill for $5, and I flipped this really quick. I listed this, it sold in 2 days for 40 bucks. So you can't really beat that. I think I had it listed for 49. I would have listed it for a little bit more. Sometimes I'll bring 50, but this one had a foot missing on it. I made note of that, took a picture. Sold it actually somewhat locally, about 2 hours from where I live. It's where I'll be shipping it to. And it's not very big. You see my hand on the side of it. So I mean, this will fit in a relatively small box, even though it's kind of heavy. That helps about the packing and shipping of it. Don't overlook space heaters. There's some small space heaters that have really big value, especially when you get them cheap. And one last thing I'll show you, I'm trying to make this quick today. This is a Digipack 24-bit a remastered high definition of the Hollies, and it's made to look like an LP style CD. So you can see it here. It's in perfect condition. Everything is here. This is out of that same music buy. This one CD sold for $70 plus shipping. So about $79 total going out on that. So again, 30 cents into a $70 sale on one item, on one CD. I'm currently working on coming up with the total that I've made so far off of this buy. That was that huge bulk buy of CDs, something like 1,500 CDs. I don't know exactly. A lot of box sets. If you count all those individually, it's probably more like, you know, 1,500 to 1,600 CDs. If you count each box set and each multi-pack, you know, as one unit, then somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,300 to 1,400 units. But still, it's an immense number. And if you count them that way, I've got about 30 cents per item in those items. So 30 cents into $70. And I'm working on a total. I'm going to do a quick video just kind of giving you an update on where I stand with that. And also kind of give you an update. My very first big music buy that kind of got me leaning into media more was from a lady that cleans out storage lockers. And it was nice, like really good condition, 80s hair bands and heavy metal and stuff like that. And then also had some old school rap in it. And I did really well off of that. I'm going to give you the update on that one as well. So that's all I got right now on the what sold, but I thought I'd throw that in there. Hope you enjoyed the look at the place that we're working on for Mom, and of course the new eBay space that we'll be moving into there shortly. We don't have a lot left to go, like I showed you in the video. We're working on, or getting ready to start working on, the sheetrock, and as soon as we can get the sheetrock hung and get that finished, we'll get the flooring down, and it's going to move pretty quickly in these next several days. So hoping that within a couple of weeks we have, you know, a livable product out there, Lord willing. So anyway, stick with us. I'll show you the finished product or the rest of the stages. It might be a little while before it's 100%, but we will be getting there pretty soon. So guys, hang in there, and I will show you that when we do it. I'm excited to get to work on it and see it finally come together. It's been a long project, partly due to injuries and obstacles, and also finances and distractions and other responsibilities, just like always. But that's okay. I'm excited to get it finished, and you know, whatever God's plans are for that place in the future going forward, we're just glad to have it, and glad that He allowed us to be able to do that initially, at least for Mom. So yeah, that's all I got. Guys, don't forget, I love you. God loves you. Whatever you do, don't you ever give up. I will see you on the very next one. See you guys.